Welcome to this video tutorial explaining the approval process for hourly timesheets. This tutorial is aimed at departmental administrators, principal investigators, lecturers, heads of department, in fact anybody who has been designated a timesheet approver for their department. It follows on from the previous video tutorial explaining how to claim an hourly timesheet, and we recommend that you familiarize yourself with that material. Hourly timesheet approvals allows the approver to view, edit, approve and reject timesheets sent to them by claimants. Hourly timesheets are part of the Employee Self-Service suite of applications, also known as HR Portal, which can be accessed off the main university website through the For Staff and Workbench links. It's not necessary to log into Workbench, as ESS is available through the on-campus links. Log in using your Maynooth University username and password. Always keep these details secret and never share with anyone. The Employee Self-Service (ESS) landing page will be familiar to all staff from using their electronic payslip. It sits alongside the hourly timesheet claim widget, where all staff, including timesheet approvers, can claim their own hourly timesheet. These widgets are part of the employee dashboard. To access the approval functionality, approvers must select the Manager dashboard from the Dashboard drop-down menu. The hourly timesheet approvals are available on the Other Approvals section on the right-hand side of the page. You will first be presented with a searchable, pageable grid of all the timesheets that have been submitted to you for approval. The timesheets may be at various statuses, ranging from submitted for brand new claims to claims that have been rejected by you for some reason and have now been corrected and resubmitted by the claimant for your approval. There may also be rejected claims that require your correction or rejection back to the original claimant. The search field allows you to search by all of these statuses and will search on partial words, meaning you don't have to type in the entire status text. You can also search by the claimant names or partial names. Claims can be reviewed and actioned by taking the magnifying glass icon in the Action column. Taking this screen section by section, we begin with two information sections, the first being a brief introduction and a helpful link to the Bursar's Office website containing the hourly rates for occasional and exam pay for your reference and to assist in approvals. Following that are the personal details of the claimant, including the date and time of the claim submission. The next section requires your action. The details of each claim are presented, including the hourly rate, the module code if relevant, and the date on which the work was completed and at what time, and the total hours. As the approver, you must select the appropriate rate of pay from the Rate of Pay drop-down. As you can see, once the rate of pay is applied, the value of each claim line is generated, and the overall claim total is calculated, as well as the holiday pay entitlement, which will be paid at the same time as the claim amount itself. You're then required to fill in the project code, which informs whether the type of work performed was occasional or not, and whether it was academic, administrative, research-related, technical or support. Cost Center or Business Unit must be selected next. Click on the lookup icon and begin to type the Cost Center code or name. A partial code or name will suffice and return matching results. Your department will be able to furnish you with a list of relevant codes should you need them. Click on the Cost Center to select. If it's the case that you are rejecting a claim, then you must fill in a rejection reason in the last entry field. Otherwise it will not process, as you can see. I'm going to reject this claim because the claimant had claimed tutorial hours for different modules, which in this imaginary scenario represent two different cost centers. It's very important for claimers and approvers to remember one cost center per claim, one department per claim. That's the golden rule. Let's go ahead and enter an appropriate reason and reject this claim. We note that this claim, number 288, will drop off our approver queue and go back to the claimant for correction, as per our rejection instructions. Now we're going to take a look at saving a claim. Occasionally you'll have a claim to approve that requires more input and checking than usual. It could be that the project code or cost center is not obvious, or possibly you are unsure that the claimant has used the correct rate and you need to consult with the finance office. In these types of scenarios, the ability to save the claim for reworking at a later stage is invaluable. As per the last section, find the claim you want to work on in the search grid. This particular claim is at status submitted. View the timesheet details by clicking the magnifying icon in the action column. Make the changes required to approve and in this case we're going to pause because we are supposedly unsure about the cost center to use. But there's no need to lose all the work that we've already done, which in real life scenarios could be substantial. Instead, let's save for later. The claim stays at status submitted. We can go check the details required to approve on the Finance Office website with a colleague or by consulting the Finance Office. Come back later, as we're doing here, fill in the missing data, and approve the claim. The claim moves off your approver queue. Claims always go through two levels of approval. Typically, Approver 1 is the departmental administrator or principal investigator in the case of research grants. Once a claim has gone through Stage 1 approval, as we've just shown here, it goes for second level approval to your designated Approver 2, which in most cases is the head of department. Both approvers receive email notification to prompt them when action is required. From time to time, Approver 1s may have a claim that they've approved rejected by the head of department. Approver 1s will receive notification of this and can inspect the claim through the usual search grid. The status will be clearly marked as rejected, and when you drill into the detail of the claim, it will show who initially approved and when, and the reason for rejection, which should help you correct the claim or reject it back to the original claimant if that's appropriate. All of the same actions are available: save for later, approve and reject. Let's go ahead and change or correct this claim as per the instructions and approve. The claim leaves our queue and goes on to the next level of approval. So far we've concentrated on Approver 1s, but the principles all remain the same for heads of department. We've approved and reapproved certain claims for this head, so let's have a look at what they see when they log in. Log in as normal. And once again, go to the Manager dashboard. The Approver 2's hourly timesheets will be split into those that are awaiting action, having been approved by Approver 1, and those that have been rejected by the Payroll Office. The same search grid is available, as are all the same actions within each claim for saving, approving or rejecting. Heads of department have the option to override rate of pay, project code and cost centers that were added as part of Stage 1 by Approver 1. If rejecting a claim, heads of department have the option to reject back one step for correction by Approver 1 or all the way back to the original claimant. The same rule about including a rejection reason applies, or the claim will not process. Approving at head level removes the claim from the heads queue and moves the claim out of the department's list of actions and onto the Payroll Office for further processing and eventual payment. Jumping back to our dashboard, let's take a look at this heads rejection queue. Drilling into a sample claim, we can see that these are claims that have been rejected by the Payroll Office, and they should have a rejection reason to explain what to do or how to correct. That completes our video tutorial explaining the approval process for hourly timesheets. Hopefully it has been helpful to you. If you have any further questions, contact details are available on the Bursar's Office website. Thank you for listening.